Hello viewers, welcome to your channel Pharmacypedia. This is Dr. Shikha Chauhan and in this session we are going to discuss a very important topic from the module 5 of Biostatistics and Research Methodology, BPharm 8th semester, and that is about the factorial design. Yes, my dear students, this is very important topic, and when we talk about the experimentation and optimization, this is one of the major approach used these days for designing the experiments. If you have still not subscribed to my channel Pharmacypedia, please do like, share and subscribe to Pharmacypedia for getting further updates and important content related to pharmacy. So let us begin this session without wasting the time. So let us first try to understand what is factorial design. If you see the word factorial, it is comprising of the word factor. So when we say factors, it is in a certain numerical values. In terms of factorial design, it is like in two ways it is being expressed out. First is 2 by 2 and 2 cube, 2 into 2 into 2. So when we talk about factorial design, we are basically understanding a research technique, a experimentation method from which the investigator is the person who does the investigation or is working on some research of project, so in which the investigator is trying to assess, is trying to evaluate the interaction between two or more than two factors and trying to understand the interaction if there is any sort of the interaction between these two factors. So these two factors are also known as variables, may be independent variables or maybe dependent variables. And we are actually understanding the interaction on the basis of certain outcome, on the basis of certain response. So in a nutshell, you can say it is a research technique. Factorial design is a modern day approach being utilized in research studies to assess or to evaluate the impact of two or more than two variables in terms of their responses. So when I say factorial, it can be of two types. The first is one is the full factorial experiment, and second one is the fractional factorial experiment. So in pharmaceutical world, we need to understand the impact of active pharmaceutical ingredient on several excipients, or the impact of the excipients with the API, or the impact of excipient or excipient when we discuss about the drug interactions. So this is just an example. So like when we are trying to see the impact of one excipient on another, or excipient on the API, or the API on the excipient, we can utilize this research strategy in terms of factorial design. Now, how it is going to help you out? This question may arise in your mind. My dear students, we conduct the research studies to try to find out the solutions of various problems. If a drug is having poor solubility, we can have a number of ways by which we can enhance the solubility. So one of the approach which can be utilized and which can work upon in trying to find out the solution is factorial design. So here we take certain factors in our mind, we take certain levels, and we try to check the interaction between both of them in terms of the response recorded. For example, if you have to manufacture a tablet, you can do it by wet granulation technique or dry granulation technique. If you see the wet granulation technique, there are high chances that if you do it at a particular temperature or at a particular humidity conditions, in that case your tablet is going to have some sort of the interaction with the excipients. So a study can be designed whereby you are seeing the temperature variation effect or the humidity variation effect on the kind of the tablet being produced, on the type of the granules being produced. So in the case of wet granulation, if you increase the humidity or you decrease the humidity, similarly if you increase the temperature or you decrease the temperature, how it is going to impact on the quality of the granules, that can be studied using this factorial design. So when we take the two factors and we have two levels, we call it 2 by 2 study. When we have more than two factors, two then and we have two levels, then it becomes 2 by 2 into 2. So my dear students, nowadays these factorial designs are being studied out using several software. So one of the software being used is the Design Expert. So we are going to discuss that too also. Since this is the introductory module, I'm going to share the further details in my subsequent videos as well, so stay tuned. So when we talk about the factor levels, you can see on the image part, when I say 2 by 2, so there are two factors A and B, and the trials that you may perform is like you can have maximum 4 trials. Okay, when you have the 3 factors, you can have 9 trials. So similarly, you can design your experiment. Now, what is the benefit? The main benefit is that you can see the impact of one variable more than two variables at a time. So initially the scientists used to have one factor analysis at a time, also called as OFT, one factor analysis at a time. So hereby you were just like doing the studies like the impact of the some excipient for example microcrystalline cellulose on your tablet. So like one factor at a time you were considering, you were making a batch with this MCC and another batch without MCC, so you were just trying to assess how it is impacting your tablet. But later on it was being realized that in research, if you go on like that, it becomes the number of experiments would be very high, very large, to draw any sort of the conclusion. So in that case, it is feasible to design the experiment, to optimize the experiments in a way whereby you can reduce the total number of experiments. And so the one of the approach, modern day approach used is factorial designs. It is vastly used in engineering techniques and in designing of the experiment. So how this helps us to restrict down the number of experiments being carried out. So with like minimum number of experiments, you are going to actually draw maximum information. So if you see the graph here, so you can see the corner edges are the factorial points, red dots represents your axial points, and green dots is the central point, and triangle represent your hybrid points. So factorial designs basically epitomize the true beginning of the modern behavioral research. So it is the latest advanced research in a way to conceptualize the research questions and to produce definite outcomes. So it can be categorized as an experimental methods which goes beyond single variable experimentation. So as I told you, initially it was one factor at a time, but later on it was like thought if we can assess two or more than two independent factors at a time with different levels, we can have maximum information with the minimum number of total experiments being conducted out. So social scientist has been transfixed on single independent variable experiments and shadowed the importance of extraneous variables which are able to attenuate or diminish research findings. So if you can study more factors at a time, you are going to draw more conclusions, and if you stick with the one factor at a time, the experiments would be large in number. So to restrict this is one of the modern day approach being utilized. So when we talk about the factorial analysis, we have to be clear about certain terms. For example, variable. What is a variable? In factorial designs, a factor is a major independent variable. Two factors, for example, time or the temperature or humidity, whatever, in any experiments, when you think what can be the impact of one factor on another, or what can be the impact on the ultimate outcome, on the ultimate response. For example, increase in the consumption of caffeine on the alcohol users. So if someone is taking alcohol and if you provide the person with the caffeine, how it is going to impact out. So this type of the many factor analysis can be performed using factorial analysis. So it depicts the factorial designs with the numbering notations. Now here are a few examples from where you can understand what do we understand by the regular two-level factorial design, 2 by 2 designs. So you can have two sets of the people undergoing two types of the treatment. First is treatment A, treatment B. So if a person is having treatment A or treatment B, that can be assessed in four different types. You can say a person having treatment B, yes, and not having the treatment A, no. In that case, the how many people are getting what kind of the response. Similarly, if the person is not getting treatment B and getting treatment A, and there may be few people who are getting both treatment A and treatment B, and like in that case, you can have four types of the groups being formed about. So one of the software being used to study factorial design is Design Expert. So this software actually allows you a wide variety of the fractional factorial designs. It calculates the detailed information about the structure when the design is being built up in that. So simply you have to enter the data, enter the information in these softwares, and they will automatically give you how many number of trials have to be conducted, how what permutation combination has to be worked out, and how you need to carry your experiment. So simply, when you put up the data, when you put up the factors, and put up the restrict, for example, while doing the wet granulation, what temperature and humidity conditions, for example, at 60 degrees Celsius, or you are at 40 degrees Celsius, so what impact it is going to have on the type of the granules being produced. So like there are many examples from whereby it may be clear that factorial designs comprises of two factors, and you can replicate. The replicate means you can just have different trials with a number of experiments. So it is actually being generated in this type of the tabular formats, whereby you have one factor on one side, another factor on another side, and then you have all the permutation combinations, so that a unique formulation design is being prepared out. So once you prepare out this unique design, then you actually conduct out the experiment and try to calculate out your outcomes, calculate out your response and outcomes. So my dear students, it should be clear to you that two-level factorial designs involves two factor. There can be several levels of each factors. The format for factorial design remains the same. The experiment can be repeated multiple times, and two-level factorial design is completely randomized design. Now this is like another type, 2 cube factorial design, 2 into 2 into 2. So here we have, instead of 2 independent variables, we have 3 independent variables with 2 levels. So you can see the designing part becomes like this. You have, this is 2 by 2 type of factorial design, whereby you have to get 3 categories, A, B, and C. A person having no caffeine, a person having 200 milligram of caffeine, a person having 400. So you have 3 factors here and 2 levels, a person having no alcohol and person having alcohol. So you are actually seeing, for example, one group, the person is not having any sort of the caffeine, not any sort of the alcohol. This group, this is one group. Then another group, person having 200 milligram of caffeine and having no alcohol. And then third group, person having 400 milligrams of caffeine per day and having no alcohol. Similarly with the alcohol group. So you have actually made out 6 groups and you are studying this. So by this minimum, you can have maximum outcome. You can analyze the result in a way so that you can have a conclusive evidence. So this is just another example whereby you can see there are 3 independent variables and which are being studied out on a number of formulation trials. And the result is being explained in terms of the graphical using the factorial design and design expert softwares. In my subsequent video, I'm going to further share about the 2 by 2 factorial design and 2 by 2 into 2 3-level factorial design in further details. I hope you are now clear about the basic concept of having the factorial designs. What are the advantages associated with the factorial designs? Why do we need to carry out the factorial designs? What are the different kinds of the software available for the factorial designs? And you can, with the multiple example, you can understand how important it is to conduct the factorial designs these days. Thank you so much for watching the video. Please do like, share, and subscribe to Pharmacypedia for getting further updates and important content related to pharmacy. Thank you so much, everyone. Stay updated, stay tuned, be happy.